What is going on, guys? Welcome into another episode of Milk Dogs. And we're coming back at you with a division prediction video. We're going to sit there and predict some records for this upcoming season for each division, video by video. Who are we
Yeah,
starting out with this
we got
week?
the AFC East.
Got the AFC East.
On top, we have the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, of
Just
course.
year in and year out.
Yeah. We got them going 13-4. That's what we feel. I mean, I feel like that's a solid record for the Bills to have.
Yeah, I feel like even with, they have kind of a questionable defense, but I feel like that was the same thing we were saying last year, and they ended up being just fine.
Yeah. I mean, with
And it's,
Josh Allen, it's hard
yeah,
to.
I was going to say, especially with as good as their offense is.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the games that they end up losing are going to be like those high powered offenses.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have enough offense to hang in anyway. So I don't think they're going to be losing by large margins at all. Especially with, they have good coaching, they have a good offense. It's just going to be, as long as the defense shows up a little bit.
Yeah. So we got a key win for them. What week is that?
It's in November,
Yeah.
late in the year.
We got them beating the Chiefs. They normally beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
Yeah.
They don't really beat them in the playoffs. Hopefully that switches this year. But we got them. We got them beating the Chiefs in the regular season.
Yeah. Then week 1, we have a brutal loss to the Ravens.
Yeah.
I think this is one where it's just, the Ravens offense is just going to be too much for the Bills defense. I think they're going to be too physical. They're going to be too much to handle. And then I also think that Ravens defense is kind of slept on. I think especially that pair of safeties is probably the best in the league.
Yeah, with Hamilton.
Yeah.
And
Their free safety I can't think of off
Yeah.
the top of my head. But anyway, they have a great defense. I think the Ravens every year they're great too. They're going to hold up, but I think it'll be a great game.
Yeah.
And I would go as far. This isn't a playoff prediction video, but I do think the Bills are going to make a run this year. I think this is the year they make it to the Super Bowl. Personally,
Guys, I'm about to kill it there. They're on Hard Knocks. They can't make it.
they might not win it. I think they're going to make it though.
They're gonna lose to the
NFC
Packers.
NFC always wins. Not always, but I think it's a trend that's starting. The
Yeah.
Eagles are getting us on track.
All right. Next, we got the Dolphins. We got them going 8-9. You know, I mean, after the Bills, it kind of just falls off. I mean, they're kind of all just pretenders at that point.
Yeah.
There's not many. Dolphins every now and then they have like a little.
They're very streaky team.
Yeah,
And
they just.
towards the end of the year, I feel like it always goes the other way when they start playing up in cold games and
Yeah.
they fall apart. They aren't once they get outside of that Miami weather, they really tend to not play well.
Yeah. So we got them. We got them winning.
Yeah, their big one is in November. The Bills go to Miami, and so that's kind of their one big end of the year win that we have for them. I think that's kind of their biggest advantage is the Bills are going to be a little out of place playing somewhere warm, which will be nice for them.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins will be right at home. That's usually when they play best is when people come to them. On the other side of that coin, we have a pretty bad loss week 18 in New England
Yeah.
because it's going to be so cold. The Patriots aren't really the best team out there, but the Dolphins,
Don't like playing in the cold. We
yeah,
see it
as soon
year
as the
after
temperature
year.
drops, it's just, I don't know what happens, but they fall apart.
Yeah, year after year, guys. I mean, it's just the same trend.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think a lot of this banks on when Tua's out there, they play really well. It's just, if he's going to stay out there. And then we saw some falters in Mike McCarthy's scheme last year. Mike McDaniel's
Yeah.
scheme last year. But, I think if they get it back together, Tyreek Hill says he's figured out the coaching scheme or the offensive game plan. So,
It only took them 5 years.
yeah. So if they do have it all together, I think they'll end up, solid. I don't think they get over 10 wins though.
Just think if Tyreek Hill could figure out the game plan, just like he can figure out all these baby mamas.
Yeah.
They'd
they
have a
they
ring.
would be a 10-win team. Yeah.
They'd have a ring by now.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Patriots. We got them going 7-10. Like I just said, that like after the Bills, it just like falls off. You got Mike Vrabel his first year. as a Patriots head coach. You know, longtime Patriot, right? Hall of Fame Patriot. You know, so Vrabel's defense is going to be pretty solid. It's going to be how's Drake May going to do second year.
Yeah, I
You
think a
know,
lot of it kind of banks on the run game as well, run game and defense. And I know that's kind of Mike Vrabel's thing, but I don't know if they quite had the personnel yet to do that.
he don't have Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have Derrick Henry. Will Campbell has looked really good so far, but it's different once you're going against starters versus the preseason.
Yeah,
But I don't think they'll be bad. I just don't think it's not going to be anywhere close to what we saw when Brady and Belichick were out there.
yeah, their big win. We got them. We got them beating the Raiders week 1. You know, I feel like the Raiders aren't going to have it turned on yet, right? You know, I get it. Pete Carroll coached Geno for a year or two,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't think Geno's going to be in line with his wide receivers as tight end. You
Yeah,
know,
I feel
so
like this is one of those as well where both of these teams are going to be like energy teams where it takes a lot of hype and momentum for them to play well.
yeah,
And I feel like, Vrabel is going to be able to get that out of those guys week one. I feel like with Pete Carroll, it's going to take some time. Kind of like you were saying, it's going to take Geno some time. But Drake May's been there. This is his second year now. I think that gives them enough of an edge, week one at least. I think if they met later in the year, it'd be a different story.
yeah. The big
Um,
loss is
Tennessee in October. We had them losing to the Cam Ward show. It's at Tennessee as well.
yeah,
This is one I think, honestly, I think it's not going to be a bad game. You don't think either of these are going to be great teams, but Cam Ward does crazy stuff with his throws. Mike Vrabel is
going to
just
back
an
to his old
aggressive
team.
guy. Yeah, I think it'll be fun once Tennessee's on offense and the Patriots are on defense. The other way around, I don't know, but I think it'll be a more entertaining game than people probably think.
Yeah, and closing out the divisions, we got the Jets going 5-12.
Yeah. Just a dumpster fire franchise, honestly. At this point,
Yeah, you got a
it's
new coach. You got Justin Fields. I mean, it's just Aaron Glenn's a defensive coach.
yeah,
How much you're going to get out of your offense, right? Like, I mean, it's just hit or miss with them. So,
and it's a rebuilding team. I mean, I feel like they're trying to act like they're not, but it's you have a quarterback who's on his third, fourth team now.
yeah, third team. Yeah,
Um, and you have, Garrett Wilson hasn't really been showing up quite like they thought he would.
yeah,
They don't really have, Sauce Gardner's about their only player on defense.
yeah,
I think this is a team who's kind of playing for the draft already. Their offensive line is awful as well. It's just kind of the typical things you see from teams who are rebuilding. They're just kind of missing a lot of those pieces.
yeah. So, the big wins against Miami
Yeah,
later in the season
like we said, Miami falls apart.
when they
So
give them the cold weather.
in December they go to New York to play the Jets, and I think this is when the Jets are going to benefit a lot from their run game. I think Brees Hall and Justin Fields. I think in December, what else are you going to do? You're
Yeah,
just going to run it on the Dolphins, and the Dolphins. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
But big loss. We had them losing a week later in Jacksonville. Um, Kind of the reverse. Jacksonville, they're playing at home. Florida weather.
yeah.
Um,
The
you know,
Florida flu.
yeah, maybe Liam Cohen's got it figured out by then. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is going
Not fucking
crazy
around.
down there. Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence in the fuck around game.
yeah. So maybe Travis Hunter's piecing it together. It's late in the year. I think, you know, Jacksonville's a developmental team. They're rebuilding, but I think that's one that they probably take from the Jets.
Jaguars are always rebuilding. I feel
Yeah,
like it's
it
it's
seems
a
like
never ending rebuild.
they get 1 or 2 years where they just have
Yeah, Blake Bortles that
yeah
one year where they went to AFC Championship and almost beat the Patriots and lost.
yeah they just get carried by kind of some randos. I shouldn't say randos. Jalen Ramsey kind of carried that team,
Yeah,
but
him and Campbell, Clayus Campbell.
yeah, they were they have show random years where they show up. I don't think this is one of them, but I think they beat the Jets.
Yeah,
So
but that's
yeah,
our AFC East predictions.
pretty standard.
Yeah,
Bills on top.
Bills on top, Jets on bottom, pretty normal. I mean, if you guys think we're wrong, if you guys think the Patriots are going to be number one, let
Yeah,
us know in the
there's some
comments.
Drake May believers out there.
Yeah, not these guys.
No,
We're
not us.
realists.
Yeah, we know ball.
Yeah. All right. See you on the next one.